Hello and welcome back to the channel, friends. It is good to be here and I hope you're doing well. So today we're going to be taking a look at the demo version of Cluck and Conquer. This is a funny action RTS roguelite where you lead a faction of brave chicken warriors to glory. Now the battle sequences are fast-paced and quick to resolve, and there are tons of unlocks and ways to augment your army. Now there is a free demo available on Steam, link in the video description below if you want to check it out for yourself. It actually just recently released. So we're going to jump on in and have some fun and get some laughs here today. But before we do that, please smash the like button if you're liking the Cluck and Conquer. And please become a subscriber if you're new here. Thanks so much. Let's go. Alright, so we're going to load up the save file. It's just 16 seconds in. It's basically freshly post-tutorial. And here we are in our central hub. So there's 3 shops. We have the talisman shop. It's not available yet, but this is the way you augment your army by purchasing talismans. And then you can apply those talismans to different unit types to increase attack speed, increase damage, etc., etc. We have the recruitment hall. This is where you get extra unit variety. Again, not available yet. Then we have the king's quarters. This is where you purchase food, you purchase iron reserves or population. And it essentially will allow you to add more units to your overall army once you embark. So we're ready to embark and we're going to do so. And we have the forest level 1 here against us. So let's go. And this is essentially where we select the army that we're going to bring with us along whatever path that we're fighting. I do believe it's like 5 battles. So we need to make sure that our army survives and that it's also, functional against the enemies that we're going to face. So obviously each unit type has a strength and a weakness. The archer here, for instance, deals extra damage against infantry without armor. It's weak against melee units. And then the spearman deals extra damage to mounted units vulnerable to archers. So we have 400 food supply. The archer costs 80. The spearman costs 80. So let's go ahead and add 2 of each. Sounds good to me. We have 80 food left. Looks like we can add a 3rd archer. You bet. We're at 5 of 10. No food left. 50 iron. Don't have any units that cost iron yet. But let's set out and I'll show you what this game's all about. So you can see our little path that we're traveling here. There's 4 battles and then basically a rest sequence in the middle, and we can choose our fight. So we got to think about the composition of our army, right? So we got 2 spearmen, 3 archers. So we're going to do pretty good against either of these fights. But let's go ahead and take out this one right here, and that's a chicken riding a dog. Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. That's actually what's happening. So let's get the chicken and the dog fight, and then in typical RTS-like fashion, you can assign groups, which is pretty important to do. And then once you cross this yellow line, we're going to battle it out. We shouldn't have too much trouble, given that we outnumber them. However, our units do not come back after they fall. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we're targeting appropriately. And let's play the game of strengths and weaknesses, right? Get the pikemen on the dog-mounted chicken and the archers on the spearmen. And you bet, we're winning. All right, let's choose the next fight here. So we have a spearman and an archer. Let's do this combination again. Worked out pretty well for us. You bet. And I've spent just a little bit of time familiarizing myself with this game, but be curious to see what it looks like once the difficulty does spike up a little bit. Absolutely. So obviously the very, basic forest level 1 fights aren't going to be all that challenging, but it's definitely going to get more challenging, especially as, unit composition changes. So we have the opportunity to replenish units. I believe you spend gold to do so, but we don't need to because we haven't lost anything yet. So let's go to the next level, and you can see the numbers increase just a little bit. So again, let's go here. And another thing. So when you're targeting the enemy, if you double right-click, then the unit that you're telling your units to attack, they will target all units in that group. So if I double right-click on the spearman, instead of singularly targeting just this spearman, the archers will actually target both of them. So it's a good way to sort of, plan a little bit better on who you want your units attacking. So again, as typical, we're going to go with spearman on the dog soldier. And then we'll double right click there. Let our archers do their thing. Because we don't want to suffer unnecessary casualties. In fact, maybe we can micromanage just a little bit. You bet. Let's get them out of there. Don't want unnecessary casualties, of course. We have a chicken army to foster here. So let's just breeze through this. Pretty easy, especially when you have the units to counter. But like I said, kind of curious to see what happens when the difficulty ramps up a little bit. And one thing I do like about this game is, some of these RTS titles have, this whole like base building element to them. And I like games like that as well, right? Building bases is fun, defending your bases is fun, but this game solely focuses on just RTS combat. So, if you're a fan of just purely RTS combat, and maybe you don't like all of that resource management aspect that goes typically with those kind of games, maybe this is a good game for you. So now we have the recruitment hall is available. Okay, so now this is opened up, and now you're going to see all of the unit variety in this game. So we can add the horsemen. So this currency, these scrolls here, will allow you to recruit additional unit types in your army. So let's definitely add the horsemen. And then you'll see as we continue on here, there's a bunch of other, like there's the armored one, right? We got the chicken at arms, looks like a crossbowman, longbowman, looks like a knife thrower. So all kinds of cool stuff for sure. I do like the unit variety in this game. Let's go into the king's quarters here quick. I'll show you how this works. So food allowance, this will give us more food to allocate to units, which is definitely something that we want, so we can add, more chickens to our army, if you will, more chickens to our flock. So that's good. Let's hit it twice. You bet. And we're good. The talisman shop will be open soon, but let's embark. We have the forest 2. All right, so now we take a banner with us, which is, an augment to the battle sequence. So weapons variation. All units gain 10% damage for every other unique unit in their own ranks, okay? Applies to the enemies as well. Do keep in mind. Healing totem. Spawn throughout each level, they heal nearby units. Also applies to enemies or neutral arrow tower. Let's go with the healing totem. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and get our mounted chicken. Let's get a couple of those guys. I do like the archers. So let's get 3 of them. And let's get a spearman for good measure. Call that good. All right, so we got to think about our unit composition. What can we match up best against? I mean, we got 2 mounted units, so we should probably avoid the spearmen where possible. However, the spearmen can get to the back line and flank these archers. So I like the prospect of that. So let's assign them groups. And let's go. Alright, dodge and weave. Alright, you bet. Hack them down. Bang. And take them out, archers. Alright, very nice. There's that healing totem right there. Didn't even really see it. Alright, we got a mounted guy and an archer. I think we can... Well, obviously we have the numbers early on here. So we're going to be able to... Should be able to take these early fights down with relative ease. Get the archer. And get the mounted chicken on the dog. Funny, the dog just tips over. Poor dog. Alright, let's keep going. See, 2 archers, 2 spearmen. I think we should avoid that fight. We got 2 spearmen here, though. Gonna need our archers to step up. Let's just kind of pull you back a little bit. See the opportunity to attack. Alright, you bet. Got in there. Nice job, spearman. And let's see. Let's go with the same fight. Let's get in there. Alright, so, spearman. Let's see if we can lead him into danger. Alright, you bet. Absolutely. No big deal at all. Alright, we got good rewards there. So let's go ahead and pop on into the recruitment hall. Chicken at arms. So this guy is a slow armored infantry unit. Can absorb a lot of damage. Sounds great to me. Let's go ahead and add him. And I do believe this guy takes iron. So let's make sure we get a few iron upgrades as well in the king's quarters. Let's get some iron allowance. Let's hit it a couple of times, you bet. Talisman shop is not yet available. We'll get there, and then the game kind of opens up a little bit more, and you know, you get those talismans, and Those allow you to augment your unit types. Range superiority. All ranged units gain extra damage. Otherwise, we have earned 50% more scrolls in this mission. Sounds great to me. Okay, so chicken at arms. Costs 30 iron and 100 food. It's armored infantry. Let's go with 3 of them as a front line and then maybe a bunch of archers behind. 3 and 3. Sounds good to me. Alright, so these guys are pretty slow. But they're very armored, which is great. And they also have a chicken at arms on their fronts. I'm thinking we're going to see a bit of a speed disparity here, so let's target the cavalry first. Alright, get in there, boys. Alright, you bet. These guys can take a lot of punishment. Wow. Lots of HP. Alright, very nice. We got 3 of them. There's no armor here, so let's definitely take out these guys. See if I can have my archers target their archer. Shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, you bet. Get in on them. Pikemen don't stand a chance. That's right, get wrecked. Alright, next level. Don't need to replan any units. Let's try this. Alright, so what do we have? Got 2 archers coming in. Let's do another little archer v archer fight here. Okay, nice job. Let's target the spearman now. And a mad dash. Party at the archer. Let's go. Yep, get wrecked. Alright, so we got 4 armored units. I don't like the prospect of my archers taking out these guys, though, you know? We actually might lose that fight, if I'm being completely honest. So let's just stick with what our unit comp can carefully and comfortably counter. I do think one opportunity is, you know, to have a little more variety of units that you're facing. And I think we'll probably see the game open up just a little bit once the talisman shop is opened up and maybe it gets a little more difficult. But you know, fighting the same fight over and over, I think maybe once the AI has access to additional unit types, I think that's probably when it really opens up. So the talisman shop is now open. Okay, good. And what do we have here? So movement talisman, increase move speed by 15%. Poison talisman, enemies take 1 poison damage per second. Range talisman, attack range by 40%. Wow, yeah, we'll buy that just outright. Attack speed, okay, 10%, very nice. All right, so definitely make sure we get that one next. And this allows you to, of course, equip this to a unit of your choosing. Obviously, we're going to throw this on the archer that goes in that slot there, and now he's got 40% range increase. Quite nice. Let's get some more food. Okay. Let's head back. Let's see if there's any other units to recruit. Hey, how about this? We got the longbow. Extra damage against infantry without armor. Longer range than the archer. Crossbower. Deals extra damage against armored units. Vulnerable to archers. Does cost iron. This guy is good against ranged units. Has extra ranged armor, weak against melee. Okay. Well, we can get one of them. Let's grab the crossbower. Maybe we can target some armored units in this next fight here. Let's go. The force, level 4. Alright. More gold. Don't mind if I do. Alright, so crossbowers. Let's get some of these guys. Let's get some regular archers as well. Then I think we load up a nice front line of these chicken at arms. Sounds great to me. Alright, 3 of these guys, yes. Hold shift while issuing commands to queue up commands. Okay. Right, queue up commands. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Thanks, Chicken Man. Appreciate you, buddy. Alright, let's get in there. We got 3 of these chicken at arms. Can you go away, please? Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go, boys. See these crossbows at work here. Alright, yeah. Nice damage there. As you would expect, right? A nice piercing bolt through that heavy armor. You bet. Alright, so let's see. Mounted units. I think we can take this out pretty comfortably. So let's have our archers target the mounted unit first, probably. Alright, let's go, boys. Looks like the mounted unit can actually take some arrow fire. But we're too strong for him. 4 of these guys. I think we can take on 4 of them. Got the crossbowmen, right? Crossbow chickens, that is. So just mad dash. Party at the enemy. Alright, crossbows. Get in there. That guy melts. Yeah, crossbow is super effective. At least against armored units. As advertised. 5 of them. Can we take out 5? I think we can. Let's try it out. Or maybe one thing this game should think about is giving different rewards depending on the enemy selection, right? Depending on the enemy you're choosing to do combat with. The enemy comp, right? That could be another way that they can maybe incentivize a player to take a more difficult fight, right? Could definitely be a way to do it. Alright, let's kite this guy back. Alright, he wants no piece of running in the crossbow line, and down he goes. Got 5 now. We'll take him. Let's go. Let's keep that line nice and firm. Let's go. Crossbows, get on there. Be nice to increase their attack speed a little bit, maybe. Maybe I can throw that attack speed talisman on them. I mean, maybe even throw that attack range. Maybe we just go in on the crossbow. Can we take out 6? I think so. Let's try it out. Let's go. I mean, imagine doing a run where you're expecting to face, you know, certain enemy types and they don't show up, right? Could definitely get challenging for you. Alright, let's take him down. Use our crossbows. Alright, nice job. Hang in there, boys. That's how it's done. Alright, let's see. Talisman shop. Attack speed. Move speed. Let's get the attack speed. Finisher talisman. Deal 40% extra damage to enemies under 25% HP. Okay. King's quarters. What do we need? Maybe a population boost, I think. And then more food. Sure thing. Let's see what's available. Kukri thrower. Do we get the longbow and just make the archer obsolete? Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so talisman. Let's take this off the archer. I think crossbower could use some attack speed. Longbow has 5 range already. Crossbower has... Never mind, that's the damage. Guess I'm not sure what range it is necessarily. But let's go with the crossbower with the range boost as well. And the 4 is 5. Here we go. Range superiority. Extra scrolls. I mean, can't turn that down. So let's go with like 3 crossbowers. 3 longbowers. I think we at least need 3 of these chicken at arm dudes. So let's go with another crossbower then. Let's do that. Boom. Press Q and left click the ground. Okay, so that's an attack move command. Got it. Let's have our longbows target the crossbows in the back. Let's check out this new range and attack speed. Yep, he's gonna get sniped. And he did. Except for our first casualty, because I wasn't paying attention. Well, that's alright. We'll see how it bodes the rest of the way, I suppose. I think we can take out this army with a little more ease. Alright, crossbowmen down. Definitely the most threatening force. That's right, get wrecked. Seems like a fitting 5 chicken at arms versus 4 crossbows. Should be a slaughter. Let's go. Get him. Crossbowmen. 2 versus 5. Can the power of our crossbows prevail, though? Man, he must have, like, dissed his mother or something. Guys chasing him around. Replan units. Yeah, so let's see how this works. Okay, so if you have the allotted resources, it lets you add them back in. Got it. Well, let's see. I'll go with this fight instead. Crossbowmen are kind of durable. Crossbow chickens, I should say. Kind of durable. He gets greedy, but looks like his greed prevails as he snipes down the chicken at arms. Man, 1 shot remaining. It snipes him down. Second to the last fight, though. I mean, 3 crossbowmen are scary. So let's go with this fight instead. See, the game's starting to get a little more challenging for sure. See if we can use our range versus their range. Alright, our chicken at arms are still looking pretty good. Okay, now 7 chicken at arms to finish this thing out. Let's do it. Let's see how we fare against pretty solid and firm ironed line of chickens. Let's go. Alright, so our one chicken falls. Not a good combination. Let's see if we can just kite the enemy to victory. Oh yeah, you bet. Bring out some old school RTS tactics, right? You bet. Alright, nice. Talisman shop now. Move speed. I think I like that for our chicken at arms. Looks like we can buy 2 talisman. So let's do it. Must progress story, okay. Finisher talisman. Poison. I think the finisher talisman is great for the unit we choose to bring. Recruitment hall. Kukri thrower. Let's do it. Okay, back to town. King's quarters. Looks like we can't purchase any more iron. Let's go ahead and grab some food then. And embark. Oh, wait, nope. Let's figure this out first. Alright, so I think you can benefit from the move speed, for sure. Maybe the finisher as well? Yeah, let's give you the finisher as well, sure. Alright, the forest level 6. Neutral arrow towers. Melee superiority or infantry superiority. All melee units, that is, gain extra damage. Also applies to enemies. All infantry units gain extra damage. Let's go with melee superiority, I suppose. I think he said there's archers. So let's go ahead and let's definitely get a pretty solid line of these guys, given the talismans that we have on them. So let's get like 5 of them. Here's what I want to do. Let's get like 3, maybe 1 crossbow, and then 5. Something like this. Need the crossbow to take out the armored, right? Although I think our chicken at arms will do pretty good in these engagements. So let's go. Alright, longbow v longbow. Probably going to be seeing a lot of longbows here today. Obviously, they just melt once the chicken at arms get on them, but we'll see what else is awaiting us. Alright, let's take down the crossbow, man. Top priority. Lone crossbowman must fall. Oh yeah, you bet. Just get melted. Alright, let's see. Chicken at arms, yeah. I'm not really threatened by the longbowmen at all. I mean, I think if they, like, maybe change up the AI script a little bit to have the enemy target the units that they're good against, right? Because current state, they're just targeting seemingly whatever unit that they encounter first. You know what I mean? So it's really easy to just get your armored units on the front and then pick them off with your ranged units. At least that's how we found success so far. So I'm willing to bet the chicken at arms can take like 1 million, maybe not 1 million, obviously not 1 million, but lots of punishment from the longbowmen. All right, nice crossbow. That's why we got you. That's why we brought you along, crossbow man. Let's go. Crossbow chicken. Super crossbow chicken. That's right, lay him down. Collect some more rewards. Let's see, 1 crossbowman, 3 horsemen. I think we can probably take out this one. They've only got 1 armored unit. Yeah, you bet. Get in there. Look. Don't even do really any damage at all. Strike the spearman down. Right, he's down. Watch the HP. Still looking good. Still feeling good. You bet. Right, 5 longbowmen and 3 armored units. Let's take them. Our front line is superior. Alright, where you guys going? Splitting up the army ranks. That's alright. Yeah, why don't you get on the archers? If they're gonna let me do it, might as well. And it's just an absolute slaughter. Alright, another successful campaign. Talisman shop. Okay, so melee armor talisman. +1 melee armor. 10% of damage is also dealt to units near the target. Splash damage. Okay, so these are actually quite nice. We don't have enough wood. Recruitment hall, though. Okay, we can't recruit any of these guys yet, but we do have the knights. A pretty cool looking... Got the armored, like, dog. That's great. Let's get some more food. Sure. Let's hit it twice. You bet. And let's embark. Alright, the forest level 7. Got a healing totem. We have infantry superiority or ranged superiority. I should probably check what he's saying because I think he tips you off on what type of units you're going to see. But let's see. We have the chicken at arms. Obviously... a stalwart frontline presence. I don't think there's any real reason to change up what we've been doing. Seems to work. Yeah, I mean, super solid attack force there. They got these kukri throwers though now. I guess I'm not too intimidated by that with such a stalwart front line. Just rush in there recklessly. Let's go. Maybe having like a speed toggle function in this game would be worth it as well. Okay, those kukri throwers actually do a pretty decent job damaging our chicken at arms. In fact, let's bail. Alright. Victory. Okay, so their army comp gets more and more complicated. 2 crossbowmen. Just 1, but let's go with this. Oh yeah, just mow him down. Don't stand a chance. I think I like the longbow chicken. It's a fun unit to use. Man, bro's almost dead. Alright, got shot in the back by a crossbow, man. Definitely need to up the DPS on our longbowmen if possible. Alright, the final fight here. We have 5 of these kukri throwers. I think we can take them. Let's mad dash. Let's go. And it's a glorious battle here today, my friends. Let's go. For glory. Absolutely. Just got swallowed up in the chicken swarm. You bet. Lovely. Alright, so, Talisman Shop. I think this is great for our frontline units. Ranged armor. Okay, so this is a way to augment your units further, obviously. Start getting into tweaking their armor, and we do have the knight now. Okay, cool. Mounted armored unit that is very powerful and tanky. Okay, it looks like we have like a... It's definitely mounted, but it's wielding like a mace. Giant hammer chicken. Axe thrower chicken. Wonder how many units there actually are. Alright, iron allowance. Something tells me that I should probably look into that. Should probably get it twice, actually, if we're going to start adding knights. The enemy has access to knights now. They are armored cavalry that are very powerful. Okay. Force level 8. Let's try it out with knights. So lumber or gold. I think lumber for talisman, right? Alright, knights. Cost 140 and 100. So if the enemy has knights, then let's definitely get some crossbows. Alright, so they cost a lot of iron, I see. Alright, let's go 2 crossbows. Let's go 5 knights, because I really want to play around with the knights for sure. And then I suppose we can go longbows the rest of the way. That works. Let's do it. Alright, 4 knights. Let's see how the knights hold up in battle. Let's go. For glory. It's just comical to me, right? A chicken riding a dog. And the dog's like armored up. It's hilarious. Yeah, knights are very, very powerful. Wow. Amazing unit. Definitely worth the price. I suppose we are mounted, so we gotta watch out for these spearmen. I suppose the more like characteristics your unit has, like, you know, mounted, armored, things like that, the more things can actually counter you. Alright, let's go. Let's send you on a special mission. Wipe them out. Whoops. Get out of there, pal. Get out. And the entire archer battalion just follows me. This is hilarious. Like I said, he must have been talking smack about his mama or something. Way to get out of there, though. Knights, get out of there in one piece. Let's go with this composition. Let's take him out. Yeah, these guys don't want this smoke, man. Just can't handle it. Alright, 5 crossbowmen and 2 knights. That's going to be pretty hard. Otherwise, we have 5 spearmen. Alright, so this is going to be a challenging fight. No matter how you dial it up. I think if we get our knights on the crossbowmen, that is the key. Our knights and longbows on the crossbowmen. Yep, get them. Get the crossbowmen. Cut them down. Alright, we're down a knight. Alright, very nice. Went a little better than I thought it was going to go. Alright, here we go. The grand finale. We got 8 longbowmen and 2 knights. I think we can take that out. Actually, I'm down 2 knights now. Alright, way to go. Get him. Got some knight v knight action going on. Crossbowman help support. Absolutely. And now it's a slaughter. Alright, love to see that. Big rewards all around as well. Including 3,000 gold. Alright, talisman shop. In fact, I should probably equip talisman. That might be useful. A melee armor. Yes. Intelligence. 10% further damage to units that are countered by this unit. Okay. Pillow. 10% reduced damage from getting countered. 15% max HP. Alright, so now we're starting to get into actual stat increases. We got the mounted archer. Vulnerable to archers, high movement speed. And then we got the hammerer. Deals splash damage, strong against mass units, vulnerable against archers. Alright, well, we'll get them both unlocked for sure. And there's no end in sight to the units available, which is definitely a redeeming thing about this game, right? All the units, the unit variety, it's quite nice. So let's add some food. Let's add some iron. Definitely need to add some iron. Absolutely. And we'd be ready to embark. However, we're about at the 45 or so minute mark, and I think this is a fitting spot to end the video. I think you get the idea of what Cluck and Conquer is bringing to the table. Of course, this is only the demo, and I did have fun with this game. I think if you like the battling aspect of RTS titles, like, you know, the micromanagement, the micro tactics of your units, and getting the edge on the opposition by using unit composition and movement strategies, I think if you like that aspect of RTS games, then this is definitely one for you. It cuts out all of the building and economy and, you know, mining and producing workers and all of that micromanagement that goes into typical RTS titles. And it just gets right into the battles. And I think the unit selection, right, the very broad unit selection is very compelling. And then I do like the addition of the talismans and the ability to sort of augment your units further. It's definitely a fun game. I definitely had fun with it here today. Also got a few laughs as well. I like the character that this game brings. So this has been Cluck and Conquer, my friends. If you want to check it out for yourself, link in the video description below. There is a free demo available right now on Steam. I thank you so much for spending some time on the channel today. Smash the like button. Let me know in the comment section below if you want to see a little bit more. I'd be happy to play. And if you are new here, then please consider becoming a subscriber as well. With that said, I thank you so much, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.